The Buffalo Bills have consistently been among the favorites to win the Super Bowl dating back to the 2022 season when they were the preseason favorite to win the Lombardi Trophy. Since then, Buffalo has suffered back-to-back divisional round losses, and this offseason they had several notable departures of star veteran players, and in order to replace them, the Bills added an infusion of youth paired with some low-budget free agency options to try keeping the Super Bowl window with Josh Allen open for as long as possible. Currently, the Bills are still in the top 5 favorites to win it all, as they're tied with Cincinnati for the 4th best odds at plus 1,300 according to FanDuel. Buffalo is also favored to win the AFC East division once again, and despite all the moves made this offseason, you know that the players have the expectation of Super Bowl or bust, as they want to accomplish the ultimate goal of hoisting the Lombardi Trophy in February. Welcome back to the Bills Bunker. I'm Jake Varco, and today I want to talk to you about the expectations for the Buffalo Bills ahead of the 2024 NFL season, which is still a few months away. Obviously, we know what the players expect. The players, their expectation is to hoist the Lombardi Trophy or the season was a failure. But as for fans, the expectations are always a little bit different. And I had the chance to catch up with some of Bills Mafia recently at the Micah Hyde charity softball game at Salem Field over the weekend, and they had some interesting thoughts on what the expectations for the teams are. Varying thoughts. So let's see what some of them had to say. What are your expectations for the Buffalo Bills in 2024?
Gotta be a Super Bowl again. I mean, it's Super Bowl or bust again.
Super Bowl or bust.
Love to hear it.
Well, I think they're going to start off strong just like they finished last year. I mean, rough game against Kansas City at home. I don't think they're going to take a step back this year. I really don't. If they do, I don't feel like McDermott's going to be with us next year.
So clearly, those fans still have very high expectations for the team. But there are some other opinions as well.
Hi, my name is JP. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I think the Bills are going to have a rebuilding year. Okay. Find a spot for all these new guys they signed. Find out who's a winner and who's a dud.
Wild card round probably out. Yeah, we're not as good this year as we were last year. Our roster sucks a lot more than it did before. We lost a lot of people. So next year will be the year when we have some cap money and we can actually do something about it. But I think this year we are looking at like a 10-7 record probably. Maybe take the division, maybe make it as a wild card, and I don't know, depends who we get in the first round. Maybe we make divisional round, but I don't think we're getting any farther than that.
So it seems to be a pretty common belief that Buffalo is going to drop off a little bit this season, but I wouldn't expect this team to drop off a cliff quite like Mustafa in The Lion King. Sure, the Bills might take a bit of a step back this year after losing a plethora of key contributors on both sides of the football. However, it's worth noting that the Bills did a really solid job of replacing these veterans with young emerging talents, and it's hard to get a read on exactly how good the Bills will be in 2024, but FanDuel currently has the Bills over-under win total set at 10.5 wins, which seems like a very fair number after finishing the 2023 campaign with an 11-6 record. Buffalo has a very challenging schedule for the upcoming season, but they're still expected to be a really good team, and they should be able to finish the season right around the 10-12 win range. That seems like a fair number and a fair expectation for this team in the regular season, which that may or may not be good enough to win a 5th straight AFC East division title, because the Jets, they should be better if they can stay healthy. The Dolphins, they've been a threat over the last 2 years, and the Patriots don't have high expectations for them at all. The hesitancy to buy into such a young core here in Buffalo this season is understandable, but they still have Josh Allen, and as long as he's in his prime years as a franchise quarterback, they should be one of the top contenders in the NFL in a league that is driven by quarterback play. For me, my expectations haven't changed that much for the Buffalo Bills this season. My expectation is for this team to at least win an AFC East division title for the 5th straight year and at least get a playoff win. Am I Super Bowl or bust on this season? Probably not. I'd like to see them make the Super Bowl. But with all that being said, this is a really young core. I think the beginning of the season might be a little shaky. You know, there's going to be some bumps and some wrinkles along the way that the Bills have to fix. They have to clean up some things because this is a young team, a lot of new faces, It's going to take time for them to all get situated here in Buffalo on the same team, but I do feel that this is a really strong young core, and it's a team that I do have high expectations for. Like I said, AFC East division title, 10 to 12 wins, and I expect them to win at least one playoff game. They could go further. I absolutely believe that they could go further. They could make a run at it all. They could go to the Super Bowl and they could win the whole damn thing. But that's not my expectation. My expectation for this young team is for them to at least make the playoffs. Hopefully win the division is my expectation, and we'll see from there. Like, honestly, it's gonna be something that could change throughout the season. This is just a preseason ramble that few months out from the season now. There could be changes on the team ahead of the season. There could be changes throughout the year, and I'm sure there will be. But right now, the expectation for me hasn't changed very much. Maybe I'm not as optimistic about a Super Bowl this season, but I'm really hopeful for the future with this team. I think that Josh Allen, he's a star quarterback, face of the franchise, and you have a really young core that you've surrounded him with. So I think that this team, it's only going to get better over the next few seasons, and we're going to see a whole new look for the Buffalo Bills in 2024. But I'm curious to know your opinion. What are your expectations for the Buffalo Bills in the upcoming 2024 season? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you haven't yet, I encourage you to stay tuned for more content coming your way. Click that subscribe button. If you like this video, click like. Let me know. What are your expectations for the Buffalo Bills in 2024? I'm Jake Varco. Go Bills. I just want to encourage everyone, make sure you click subscribe on the Bills Bunker YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more great content coming your way. It's going to be a great season filled with plenty of content. Be there or be square. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?